But let's go ahead and start talking a little bit about CP2. Now, it's still a little bit early. CP2 is still being actively worked on right now. We have a lot of stuff that's going into CP2, and it's really exciting that we get to show a little bit of it off early. Because I wasn't expecting, actually, when we were making the show today, I didn't even know that this stuff was done yet. So thanks for getting it done, man.
No problem.
You're the early bird.
Glad we could help.
Yeah, there you go.
A lot of hard people working very hard on this.
All right, so let's start with
CP2's out in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, about 2 weeks.
Yeah. So
depending
sneak preview, things may adjust a little bit, may change a little bit.
Yeah, that's definitely the disclaimer. So all the stuff we're sharing with you is work in progress. It's an internal build we're showing it off on. Many things are going to change between now and 2 weeks from now. When CP2 comes out. But for those of you that were really clamoring for new content, new placeables, things like that, I think you're going to be very excited with what we're about to show you. So really cool stuff. Now let's jump in and talk about what we're doing about loot options. So this was a tricky one because we wanted to make sure that we got this one right, because from the very beginning people were concerned about ninja looting. They were concerned about strangers jumping into their games, taking all the items, running away with them,
or their friends.
We all have I'm not a ninja looter.
It depends.
I just generate the items with the dev tools.
That's true. You're a ninja cheater.
I don't ninja loot. So we've been listening to a lot of your suggestions. There have been more threads than I can count on the SCL forums and on the Steam forums regarding the loot situation, and so we're coming up with pretty much two options for you. You can stick with it how you have it now, and then you have an option to turn that off and go to individual loot.
Right.
So how exactly is individual loot actually going to work?
Well, it's pretty straightforward. If you want to play, a lot of people like it the way it is now, and we did that because that is the way tabletop works. If you're adventuring together and you find something, clearly you have to decide who best could use that and take it. But we're going to have an option. You turn it on. If you have an individual loot, you will only see items that you are allowed to pick up. So if you find a chest, we might each have stuff in there. If Tom opens up the chest and takes his stuff, and I have nothing in that chest, it'll just say empty. So basically you're seeing what your character is allowed to get. And it'll be individualized, no fighting, but you can still share if you'd like. We didn't want to disable that. But hopefully it allows people who want to have individual loot to have that way, or people that want to play with the shared loot can do that. And we're going to put that in the server browser too, so if you're looking for games, you can filter by the type of loot. You can just actually look at a glance and see that too. So I think it's going to give everyone a little bit of what they want.
That's awesome. That's really exciting. So now you guys will not have to worry about running with strangers. If you want to do that, you should be able to.
It'll be a host option too. So if I start a game and I want to have individual loot, when you join my game, it'll all be individual. You don't have the option personally, right? Just making sure.
Right. So some people, a lot of D&D purists actually do appreciate the loot system we have now because it's designed to be free and open. But it may not be best for pickup groups. So that's why we gave you the option. If you want to leave it the way that it is, that option is still going to exist. We didn't want to add a really elaborate need greed system because that would really slow down the pace of the game if you're stopping to roll constantly. And that's not really, I've played a lot of D&D in my life. That's not really a D&D thing.
Yep.
I can't say ever playing in the tabletop that I've ever rolled for loot with my friends. It's just not something that's ever really happened. So individual loot makes a lot more sense. I've played with DMs on the tabletop that have given us all individual loot based on our character class. So, I think the system that you guys ended up choosing for this really makes a lot of sense. And I think people will like it too. And it's something you can, turn on or off.
Absolutely. Choice is key.
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's talk about...
Any questions?
Oh yeah, let's look at questions real quick.
Loot theft was torn the world apart. That sounds dramatic, and for some games, it's very true. Are you going to be able to get game descriptions soon when you create a game? That's a good point. It is written down on a list, but we do not have that yet.
Nope.
I guess that's all.
That's it? All right, so if you have any
we
questions,
are behind, of course.
Definitely do at Sword Coast if you have any questions, or whisper us. That's that way, as chat's flying by, we can go ahead and check it. So let's talk a little bit about Drow Elves. Obviously, this was a big request from the very beginning. I think once we announced...
You're half Drow. Why don't you speak
On my
to it?
mother's side, yes.
Yeah.
She's delightful, though.
Oh, boy. So,
Oh wait, I confused that with Scientologist.
oh
I'm
mercy.
just from Clearwater. It's not. We're not.
I
all
saw a
Scientologists.
documentary.
I saw that documentary.
Wasn't it fantastic?
It's really good.
Okay.
It's really good.
Different.
Yeah.
Somebody
different
asked,
discussion, but-
does the individual loot change how the quest rewards are given? And no, quest rewards still go to the host.
Yeah, quest items go to the quest loot, which is owned by the host, but you can all see it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can't break someone's game by joining their game and taking some quest item.
Right.
Good question.
So another question: will we see some of the trading system added for players to trade items and gold? I don't think we're implementing that
yet, not
anytime
yet, right.
anytime soon.
yet.
So right now, trading is still like, "Hey Tim, do you want this?" And
I
you
would
throw
love to
it-
have that.
You throw it on the ground.
Where did
and
you
then
put it?
Then you make him work
There
for
it
it.
is.
you make him go down there and you pick it up.
We know you guys want that. We want that too. So it's coming. It's just not part of what we're
Right.
working on right now.
Right. Is the ability for DMs to mass select monsters and change their status in the works? Also, mass delete items with a click and a drag.
That is a personal pet peeve of mine. It's something we want to do, but again, we're trying to get the big ticket items out first to you guys. The different loot system, all the other things Ash is about to talk about.
Right.
But yeah, that is one that I myself want to make sure we get soon. I use your word soon.
Oh, don't use
Probably
that
not
word.
soon, but it's coming.
Soon.
Not
Gotta do
Ash
the air
soon. It's
quotes.
we're really gonna do it.
When are Tiefling and Warlock coming out? So we haven't really officially announced races and classes
We
yet.
announced Tiefling.
Oh yeah, we did announce Tiefling. We did not announce Warlock officially yet. So no solid date on Warlock or any other additional classes for that matter. So we'll definitely let you know, and we'll try and give you a reasonable estimate as soon as we have an answer for you. So
Yeah, Tiefling is coming with the Rage of Demons content, which we haven't put a date on, and an additional class. What you reading there?
so I have a question regarding, the dedicated achievement. Do you need to finish the game 30 times, every race, every class, or only once per race class combo? I actually don't know the answer to that.
Tom knows.
You need to beat each game. You need to beat the game using each race and each class. They can be in any combination. So you can do an elf warrior and an elf paladin, but still you need to get all of the classes and all of the races having completed the game at some point.
Right.
That is an amazing achievement.
Thank you.
I don't have it yet, but I will.
I don't have it either.
I do.
But you cheat. You don't have it?
I don't have it. I don't cheat all that much.
Weird.
I never cheated up until recently.
Sure. Yeah.
Any plans to adjust the minimap and the ability to change the range of monster detection? It's definitely something we can look into.
I think that's something.
What are we changing on the minimap?
Adjust the minimap itself, so adjusting the UI. Right now, I don't think we have any plans of like UI, custom UI, but
No, not right now.
Yeah.
No.
I'm pretty sure the mod tools that that are out or coming out have the ability for you to change the detection range on.
If that is in the
monsters.
template, then you
Yeah.
already have that.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't right offhand remember where that is. Do you?
I believe that's in the template, yeah. Or that's
In resources?
it's- Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
talk to Matt Hatter. He can do anything.
he's in here too, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I saw him.
Okay, awesome.
Latest patch, this one's gone by a couple times, so I'll read this one.
he answered.
Latest patch seems
Nice.
to have made object collision buggy. I constantly have to change maps and come back to place things correctly. Any plans to add a toggle for collision? I don't know the answer to that, but collision shouldn't be changing on objects, to my knowledge, right?
I know it's tricky sometimes to place an object with collision next to an object with collision, and that's something we want to work toward making easier. But if you're having to leave and come back, that's something we're not aware of. So if you could leave
Yeah,
something
let us
in
know,
the
for sure.
in the bugs forum.
All right, so let's talk a minute about Drow, because there's a lot of these going by.
Tom really wants to say
there's
something.
a question here that I want to say.
All right, go for it.
Any plan to add the option to close access to a location in the same way you can make a location visible as part of a quest?
Hey.
We are doing that for CP2.
CP2.
That is on the list, and we have it just starting to work now. So glad somebody asked that question.
We're also adding it to update, which you couldn't do
Yes,
before. You couldn't
yes,
close
quest
or
updates.
open, right?
That's awesome.
Yes,
That's
yes,
really-
Ash, it is.
It's
I love fairly
learning
incredible.
Things, learning things here with the rest of everyone else.
Yeah.
So new playable subrace Drow Elves. We're adding the ability to have Lolth as acceptable as your deity. So if you want to be exceptionally evil and punishing,
Lolth
and,
is your family's personal deity, right?
Well, yes,
Yeah,
on my
yeah.
mother's side.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you're going to be able to select Lolth. They're going to have access to darkness and to fairy fire, and they're all going to have other racial benefits, which we're going to announce in a couple days. But it's pretty cool for those of you who want to, try and play yourself as a reformed evil character, or maybe do your own evil campaigns. There's a lot of fun things that you can do with Drow, or if you want to be like one of those Drow who's not quite evil anymore and he's just
That would
misunderstood.
never work.
Yeah, he just goes into the Underdark and seeks revenge against his own people. You can do that as well. So that's going to be exciting to have a new playable subrace. We have new placeable DM visual effects, and let's go ahead. Actually,
Yeah.
let's go look at these DM visual effects, and let's look at our new village area as well.
Ooh.
So let's hop over there.
Sounds good.
This is awesome.
This is going to be exciting stuff. All right, so hey, look, there we are. We're floating around in space. So why don't you guys kind of
My hands are huge.
why don't you guys go ahead and just kind of walk us through this, and I'll drive here, and so you guys can kind of explain what we're seeing here.
This is the fully arted and kitted version of this area. It is in the new village, and we have a couple of different versions of it for you to play with. But this is the fully arted, fully buildings, everything completely cool about it.
So, Tom, if I choose a different version, what will I see?
We also have the version that has just the buildings, none of the kit, none of the fences or things that could have been made with placeable objects. And then we also have a version that has no buildings, no art, and just completely grassy area and the coastline. So,
So this is
my
probably
favorite
one of my
part.
favorite parts, too.
I beat you to it.
have you seen the monster
Yeah,
go by?
that's an Easter egg. People
Yeah.
can find that themselves.
Never mind.
We gotta find the monster.
Well, it's just not there right now.
Yeah,
I saw it earlier.
Monster's sleeping.
Yep.
But no, I love this area. It's not just an exterior either. There's a bunch of interiors you can go in,
Yeah.
and there's some of the nicest interiors, I think.
Let's go check it out.
And we
So
plan
let's
to do
cruise
some
around.
other things with them, but we're not going to talk
Did
about
you-
it yet.
You showed off. There's a cemetery, and there's like a cul-de-sac at the end.
Mhm.
You can put all sorts of decorations there.
All right, let's go inside here. What is this place?
This looks familiar.
This looks like
It can be whatever you want it to
Yeah.
be.
And it's blank. Oh, look, you can go down.
What?
A
Where is
s-
that gonna go?
a secondary interior.
All right, so we
Nice.
do have some secondary interiors here inside the village that you can use. And you can, confirmed, you can throw people in this pit. Just kidding. I just
No.
made that up.
No.
No, don't confirm that.
Unconfirmed? Is that something?
I unconfirmed it.
You should go inside. Wow, you were backwards. Were you in the town hall? Where was
Yeah, I was in-
Yeah, he was
so
up in the big
come
one.
back toward us, and go over to your left.
That one.
Go in there.
I know people have been asking for an empty bar. Well, now you have an empty bar.
Empty bar.
But what if I wanted to have a cellar on that empty bar?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you could go down into the cellar of the empty bar.
Oh, but wait, there's more. Nice. Yeah, this is. I love this area.
I know people are asking for the tiles that make this. There's just not a lot of them, but we'll see what we can do.
There are what? Three?
I think there's
five?
four.
Four?
Maybe four.
So we were actually talking about the best way to give you guys access to that, whether it's just limited to small dungeons or. We should try building a large dungeon with other 4 tiles. It's going to be a disaster,
It's,
but
yeah, it's
it would technically work. As long as we have, does it have hallways and
yeah. I don't know. That tile set was never fully.
right. It has very specific uses in the
Yes.
stories you guys have seen, but we are talking now about how to get you guys that content.
Where's that graveyard I found earlier?
Go take a left. Keep going.
Yep,
There you
right
go.
there.
Look at this sweet little graveyard.
And almost everything in this town has been made into DM placeable objects by our awesome art staff.
Yeah, amazing. Go
Oh.
in there. This is a great room.
For those of you who've always wanted your own yurt,
Ooh.
There you go.
For those of you who know what a yurt is, I
here's your own yurt. That
told you not to make up words, Ash.
yurt confirmed.
Yeah.
Can we go inside the other yurt here? Is this
Just
no,
the one.
I like this
But
little
you can
place
go in
here.
most of these others. Where's the butcher shop? We can go in the butcher shop.
I think it's back towards
Yeah, it's
the
back-
front of the town.
It's toward where you came in. Right there. Turn around.
Oof.
Go in right to your right. To your right.
Right. Yeah,
Drive.
there.
You go. Go in there.
I thought that was the blacksmith shop.
Oh, maybe it was a blacksmith.
Is that the one with the double?
No, we used to have a pig tied up in there. I guess that's gone.
No, but we have that placeable object.
Yeah, you can put tied up pigs wherever you'd like.
You can make it however
This
you
is
want.
your tied up
Or
pig
how are we doing with
module.
questions? I see lots
Oh,
of questions
sorry.
coming by.
What questions?
Buildings as placeables, not yet. Trying to figure out how that would work. There's structures, but you
We
can't.
have structures, but you can't enter
You can't put a
them.
building that you can enter yet.
No.
All right.
Possible toggle on-off buildings areas, for example. What if I don't want to have a downstairs in that one room?
No.
At this point, you cannot do that. No.
You can just block it off, put some
Yeah.
objects over top of it so that the players
Yeah,
can't
you can-
access it.
Inaccessible. Love
So-
the village without the coastline.
The coastline is there. There's no getting rid of the coastline.
Yeah, you could block off. There's 2 paths down to the coastline, so you could technically block that off as well, as you yourself said. A chance in the future for players to be able to create things for SEL in the Steam Workshop. We're not there yet. We understand there is demand for that. If that's what everyone wants, we can take it that direction. But we're still trying to just give you access to everything that we have in game, so you can use it in game. But we're not against it at all.
Placeable hut confirmed.
I wish we could place stairs. You cannot.
Yeah.
No.
So
ability to create.
this is
tiles.
our testing area here.
All
so.
these new objects. All of these were different pieces from this village area that our art team just pulled out and made into unique items for them.
There's a question here on whether you can make your own tiles. That's not something you can do, but another CP2 deliverable lets you augment those tiles in many ways. That's something Tom was just showing me working actually, which is really
Yep.
cool. Do you want to talk a little bit about how that would work?
It's getting closer. We have we're going through each of the tiles right now and setting it up so that any of the random objects that appear around the sides or that make up the tile will have a little D8 in front of them, and you can click on that D8 and swap between all the prefabs so that you have access
Gosh.
to making the tile look how you want within what we already have.
Yeah, so he was just showing me an example of a tile, and there are about, 5 or 6 items in there that you could go through and just toggle those to be other items. So when Ash was talking about throwing someone down that pit, you can't do that, but you can take the pit away and
Yeah.
turn it into something else.
Yep.
So you'll have a lot of control over what these areas look like. And yeah, I wish we could show that in the stream, but we don't have it in this build.
Nope.
It was just going in now. Like we said, in progress, but it's really cool.
But Ash is also showing off some of the effects that our effects team has worked on.
I was
and they
thinking,
are really good.
If you put a table of fish over a campfire, it very well might.
It
catch
seems like a
fire.
really bad idea.
That's yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of doing cause and effect here,
Yes.
showing
And you blame the drow.
there will be more carnage. There's a question: will there be more carnage in CP2? Absolutely, especially with all this fire and destruction you can add now. So,
I don't think we have any new blood. If that's what you're
No.
getting at.
Oh, yeah.
Unless he's
Yeah.
making a Marvel reference, then simply no.
let's show off some of these fire effects, which are really pretty amazing. So,
Pretty.
for
and
those of you
amazing.
who like magic and such, you can do all sorts of fun things. You can add abyssal fire. You can add. Let's do.
I like the swirling fire down at the bottom.
And
Got to do it in green for green
Oh,
flames.
yeah. We
you
gotta do
guys
some
can
green flames.
use these however you'd like. These are just placeable objects, right, Tom? So
Yep.
if you wanted to, you can put text on these. You can put a quest on it if you wanted to. It's like anything else that you can place. So you can get super creative with all these crazy effects.
You cannot hide them, and you cannot
Right.
put traps on them. But maybe we could put traps on them. But it seems
I imagine
a little
it would
weird.
just work.
Yeah.
So
But
let's
yeah, the
actually
hiding
do
you cannot
a-
hide them and have them find them through searching or through perception rolls.
If you make the time of day a little darker, they might be able to see the effects a little better.
Let's do that.
That looks really good. I mean, it makes no sense to have it there, but it looks really good.
Now we can do some.
Should try some of the ground glyphs. We have like swirling or pulsing runes.
So we've got the bonfire over here. We've got the drow fish carving station. a few steps down the path. I like the story you're making. Welcome to the party, Ball 466.
Welcome. So anyway, you guys can place all of these fun fire. I do want to show
The
this
fire
off.
effects do not hurt the players, by the way.
They do
They're
not.
just for visual.
All right, so let's look at some of the smoke, which I was really impressed with. So if you want to do something like large smoke black, you place this here, and then you just have a nice consistent smoke effect. So if you wanted to add that to the fire that was already there, you can go ahead and put some fire.
Looks like there's a flame at the bottom of that.
There is it's part of the effect for this one. Some of the other ones, the
So yeah, stack some stuff here.
the other large smokes don't have that, or they do, but it's in like blue colors. It looks a little different because it's the black smoke.
Got it.
All right, and I have to show this off very quickly before I forget to do it. I'm going to put this back to the morning. But there were some things that you added in here that I did not even know we were doing until today. And that's just these amazing effects. First is insect cloud. So you can place this down and you can just, it creates ambient swarms of flies. So you can have dead bodies with flies swarming around them. You can do all sorts of fun things.
These have audio attached to them as well.
I don't know. I can.
They will,
I
yeah.
can try and get that. Yeah.
No, you can't put down an insect swarm without.
Well, I'll do. I'll.
I don't want you to make the sound.
Well, okay.
This
We'll
one,
get Tony to do it.
this one actually blew my mind a little bit because it was just so,
Wow.
yeah, so you can actually just
Falling
add
leaves.
falling leaves.
Shout out to Brad. Brad did all of these.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
amazing.
He did
So-
pretty much every effect in the entire. I say pretty much. He did every effect in the game.
Yeah.
The guy is a beast. He's amazing.
It's pretty awesome. So we have some falling leaves. I'm going to add some fireflies.
Just don't go chasing them.
Fireflies are much more visible at night.
Yeah,
but-
they're very subtle, so we'll go ahead and
Good
change.
night. Oh, that's pretty.
Give
So
your
that, for those of you that want to make your own very romantic modules,
enchanted forest.
Enchanted Forest of Love, you can now do that with our additional fireflies that you can add. So
And our work here is done.
Yeah,
I really
we're done.
I really hope people turn SCL into a hardcore dating sim.
That's where you and I differ.
No, you guys aren't on board.
Whatever.
Sure.
Mad Hatter, can we please have a hardcore dating sim version of SCL?
I have no comment.
I
Oh,
just
wait,
got
see, Tony's saying not yet.
Oh, not
but of
yet.
course
We're
we'll be
working
able to,
on it.
right, Tony?
darn. All right.
Tony's awesome.
Yeah, Tony.
Do the pulsing runes.
If you told him it was
Pulsing
in there,
runes?
probably
Okay.
already.
in regular effects,
There's so many things now to go through.
We got a lot of stuff.
it should be down. There you are.
Which color would you like, sir?
I like purple. Purple's great
All right. What?
Whoa.
I haven't even seen this
for
one
your
yet.
magical aura needs. Magic domes are also really cool for if you
What?
want barriers and things and summoning rituals, and you put them on top of each other. They can't see how cool they are.
I see how cool it is.
Orange and purple.
This is awesome.
It's pretty mesmerizing. Oh, missing
Don't-
string.
Well,
Hey, it's all right.
yeah, I'm
It's all right.
sorry.
Strings happen.
It's my fault.
But you also put all this stuff in.
Yeah.
And very quickly.
So hold on. So we have roughly, we don't want to give a raw number for the number of placeables, including effects, but it's over 100 that are going to be in CP2.
If you include the placeables and the effects, it's over 100.
Yeah, it's over 100. So we don't want to say a raw number
No.
yet, but it's
It's a nice
lot.
chunk
so.
above 100,
Yes.
though.
So CP1 had
it's a good
171 or 173 new placeables. CP2 is going to have...
Welcome to the party, Zorke.
Welcome to the party. And CP2 is going to have at least another 100, which is
Yep.
crazy. So let's go ahead and look at a couple more of these. There's one that I found that is my wife's worst nightmare here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the bugs, the scurrying.
Yeah, there it is, scurrying bugs.
Scurrying spiders, scurrying bugs.
Let's do bugs.
These are very subtle.
But if you do this,
Oh, well, not if you do that, yes. Well,
They are
hopefully
indeed quite
they're really subtle.
They may be on a hill or something. I may have to raise
I wasn't
them up,
expecting to be
so-
that subtle.
It's all right. I know I did it. I did it earlier with the man. Look, you
Those
can't
may
see
not be
them. They're
working
bugs,
yet.
guys.
I think, speaking of bug,
Yes.
See what I did
well, I'll have to look at. There they go. There's.
wait,
There
Those
we
are
go.
the regular bugs just
the other.
crawling around.
Yeah, we'll have to look at the other one.
Yeah, I'll find out why the spiders aren't working.
That's pretty great.
Yeah. So if you just want to keep, adding bugs to the game, haha.
We have a way.
a way to continuously add bugs to the game.
We have
I
that
don't
cabin
think we
thing
need
you
help.
do. That's from the drow side.
Nice.
See if there's
Yeah.
anything else that really
Summoning
stands out
circles
here.
or Vaporeous glows are awesome. I love those effects.
Yeah.
They look really cool, especially if you put a scarecrow
Ooh,
right in between, right inside it. It looks really good and creepy.
that's it. Let's do that.
Go to the Liar's Night section, all the way at the bottom.
It's like you've played with this before.
Oh, that looks awesome.
That's great.
That's really, really cool.
Then, of course, you turn it into a trap.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm starting to.
Yeah, Ash forgot we were actually doing a
Forgot we're
stream.
playing.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
I go to
sorry,
his
guys.
desk, he's either playing with the game or he's cheating.
Yeah.
So I'm glad he's at least playing with the game.
Can you
here.
do? So let's answer some questions for a few minutes.
Sure.
And, if you guys
We
want
may
us to
have
look
missed
at,
a bunch of them.
oh yeah, there's probably many questions we have not addressed. So
Any word on resizing objects and stacking them? Oh, so many
Not yet.
things we want to do.
I know, that is another one that we really want to do. New dungeon boss, the Broken Heart, immune to charm and hold person.
The broken.
The Broken Heart. We did add a new dungeon boss. Hope you guys found that. Did
Yeah.
we talk about the bear?
we haven't. It's
We
been
haven't.
our secret Easter egg.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
This-
we added an additional boss into our CP1
this
patch.
guy did.
The
that-
Saber Hide Grizzly.
What did you want to call him?
I wanted to call him Excalibur.
Didn't go over well.
It
I
went
thought it
over.
was great.
I'm sure Wizard of
Yeah.
the Coast would really enjoy that one.
Yeah.
I laughed, but yeah, sorry. But the bear itself was really cool.
Yeah.
So that's a new DM boss that went in with CP1.
Any
traded
mine
the
tracks
cabin
or
for it.
placeables? Yeah, we actually do have placeable mine tracks already.
They,
In,
they're part of the Lost Mines tile set,
Right.
or Lost Mine set. So you only have
Ah.
access to them if you got the digital deluxe or greater version.
That's right.
Question about when new monsters are coming. So look for some new stuff, mainly around Rage of Demons. I mean, I
Yes.
think
Yep.
you'll be seeing some new monsters around Rage of Demons.
Certainly. I know some of the modders have found some creatures that were not in the game that are now in the game thanks to them. So there's some new monsters there.
Oh
Yeah.
New monster sets.
The skeletons.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
just saying, there's some stuff
Yep.
there. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
check out what the modders are doing. It's amazing.
Oh, people want a Scarecrow boss. I think that would be awesome.
That'd be
too.
pretty cool.
That would be
Yeah.
very cool.
I'm always looking to do more bosses if I can get time.
Like the boss.
Question about being able to upgrade from the standard to the digital deluxe version. Unfortunately, there is no upgrade at this time.
We wish there was.
Yeah, there's
And
no upgrade. So I will let you know as soon as I get word on the upgrade if it's going to happen. But right now there is no upgrade option from standard to digital deluxe. So sorry about that.
if they send you money,
If they send me no,
because we could. All right, we'll
No.
talk after.
don't tell me.
All right.
Don't tell them that.
No, I'm just thinking out loud.
I only accept Beefy as my payment.
That'll probably do it. Broken Heart was a reference to the Channel Love Force dating service, right?
Oh.
We have that delay.
We have a request for the static fire trap from single player. It is something Brad and I are looking into, but it requires a little bit more work than I think we can get in for CP2. But we are looking at it, and it is something we want to add, but it may take more time than CP2.
Sorry guys, I'm just playing here.
No,
A
go for
weekly
it.
community poll to add items to the game. People want some suggestions that get art priority. Start the poll.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
there's no
go
reason
ahead.
not to.
Start the poll. Just
Basic
make sure that you tell me or one of the other forum moderators that your poll is there. There's a lot of posts that that happen that I don't get eyes on because there are just so many. So make sure you find a way to let me know that it's there.
So basic scripting isn't something that we can do easily because we didn't have a dedicated scripting language. The scripters just use C# with Unity. So that's not something that's easy for us to do. We're always looking at ways to give you guys more power, move more things to the data. If you looked at the way our XMLs work, it's almost like a simple, you're scripting a dungeon sort of, but no, we don't have a way of doing that right now. But if you let us know what you're trying to do, we'll try and figure out the best way to enable you to do that.
Ash, apparently somebody sent you some beefy rolls.
Well, what?
I know. I heard this. I'm really excited. They haven't gotten here yet. They may have been taken by the authorities for being German meat contraband.
I brought a beefy back from Germany, and we were gonna break Beefy together and share a
Right.
moment, and I can't find it. Welcome to the party, Deep Space 23.
Wow.
Does Belafoss still say "Welcome to the party, pal"?
He does. He should still say.
I
Yeah.
love it. We don't have audio.
When can you expect you to eat surfstroming? That could be a swear word. I don't.
I don't know what that is.
It could mean something horrible that I just said. I don't know what that is. What is that in English? Maybe I ate it when I was in Germany.
It doesn't sound as delicious as I would think.
If it's
Perhaps.
yeah, who knows?
Pork knuckle, sure. Zoom in closer. Oh, you mean Ash? Zoom in closer.
I think that's it right now. Oh,
Oh, that is all the way.
So we forgot to show what else we can do here. We have a little bit of time left
What else
before
can
we
we do?
start giving some things away. We also have this.
oh yeah.
Hey.
The blank version.
So we know that a lot of you guys want to do everything from scratch, and we've definitely been listening to those requests. And so the area that you just saw with all the whole town with all of those objects, that it's all been stripped out. So you have access to this whole wide open area.
I saw a chicken.
And I know what some people are already thinking when they see this, that oh my God, there's a path. Well, our world builder Josiah is already working on a version that has no path too. So there may be a fourth version of the village area that has no
Nice.
path and is just all grass.
So there you go.
I love it.
You cannot get rid of the shoreline, so you could, if you are feeling like you don't want it there, you could definitely build a fence or something like that to keep players out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And of course, we have all the new rocks and placeables in forests, so you can just basically, create a forest that blocks off the shoreline if you don't want
Yeah,
that.
totally.
So you have access to this whole wide area, and like he just said, Josiah is likely working on an area with no path, but this is pretty cool. There's a lot that you can do with this. And so there are currently, right now, there are going to be 4 different versions. What are they right now?
There's completely empty grass. There's paths. There's just buildings with interiors, and then there's the fully art kitted version.
Awesome. So that's quite a
Are
lot.
there random prefabs?
For the interiors, that is something that
No, for like if I randomize this.
Oh,
the deck change.
I don't know.
Someone was
I
asking.
don't know
I'm
about
afraid
that.
to hit the button.
Push it.
I don't
Alright.
think
Worst
there
case scenario,
are,
get the same thing again.
At least not in the empty version. I would expect there to be no prefabs, but maybe in the
Some of our other empties do.
yeah.
Does
But
the village
you will have control over that soon.
Does the village have M. Night Shyamalan as a boss?
It could.
Yes.
That's a twist.
Confirmed.
Hmm,
That's the twist.
that's the twist.
That's
yeah.
good. So this looks relatively
That's
the
pretty
same.
good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the there are no
Whoa,
random.
look at him go.
There
Oh,
is
he's floating.
That chicken is flying. He's not floating.
Cool. He's actually
flying.
gaining altitude as we watch.
Let's just leave this.
There's nothing buggy about this.
Where's our chicken mascot?
Oh yeah. Where's the chicken? I don't
It
know.
might be at my house. That sounded weird.
Where's
It's
he going,
we had
guys?
Pipe cleaners.
chicken mascot now?
Yeah, we had someone make us a chicken
back.
out of pipe cleaners at PAX. It was awesome.
Come back. Oh,
Zoom out.
he's going into space.
All right, well, he'll report back with
All
what
right.
he
So
finds.
he's a chicken cosmonaut.
We'll likely remove the flying chicken.
I don't know.
Well,
Now that they've seen it, I kind of have to leave it.
you highlight him as his name, Braun. Oh yeah,
It's Braun the chicken.
Braun chicken.
All right.
Braun
Let's look
confirmed.
at some questions before we go ahead and
Fermented
eat.
herring. Oh, you want to see us vomit?
I don't know if I
Remind
would
me
eat that
not to be on the
fermented herring.
stream when that happens.
Yeah.
I've had fermented soybeans, natto, and that was. It has health benefits.
Could we have a placeable that
It's
is
not good.
invisible but has collision to stop players running through? I think I might
That's a
be
good
able to do
idea.
that.
An
That doesn't
invisible
seem too
placeable?
difficult.
Maybe that could be a surprise CP2 edition of
You
Tom
never
King.
know.
That's a great idea.
I'll see what I can do. I make no promises.
You should write that down.
I'll probably do it.
The drow side of you is going to need to write that down.
Well, it is forgetful.
So I'm getting some questions, whispers about Design Council. Absolutely. It's been really, really busy with launch, but Design Council is definitely something that's around for the long haul. So while there is, no big Design Council push, this week right before Thanksgiving, when we get back, we'll likely be doing some new initiatives that'll help, come up with some new ideas for CP2 and CP3 because we're by no means done. So absolutely, Design Council is still a thing, still really important. It's just been very, very busy with everything else. So my
Oculus
apologies,
DM support, where you reach out and you can change things.
Ooh.
not confirmed.
No, this is an idea someone had. It's
Oh.
genius.
I think that's a great idea. You should
Yeah.
get on that right away.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make some calls, but interesting.